Good evening. It's Sunday evening, and I wasn't actually going to make any video today because I didn't really have anything new to show. But then two things happened today. Let me take these off. I was watching the first thing, I guess. I was watching a YouTube video by Yes Theory, and they just released their video, and this is what it looks like. And fine video, whatever. But they used the word lost there, and I was like, oh, okay. This is the second time that this has kind of come up today. This afternoon I went to go play tennis with a new friend now. Actually went on a date, and then we realized that we better as friends, so then we just decided to play tennis together, and he's pretty good. So I like that. He's better than me, so I can learn. But he was talking about, he was actually finishing his PhD, and now he's kind of navigating the world, and he feels a little bit lost. And I was like, this is the second time that this word lost has come out. And I think back to many times in my life where I would constitute like a period of me being a little bit lost. And I thought about the word, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's actually so many different meanings that this word holds. And I actually asked ChatGPT now to help me like put the different or give me ideas as to what the different type of losts are. And I thought like it's quite a crazy word that can mean it's something very deep. I think being lost, when someone says I feel so lost, it's quite deep. Or they lost geographically. ChatGPT, one of them was geographic lostness, which is like, oh, I don't know where to go, and we kind of all know that one. Then there was this temporal one where it spoke about trying to remember now, time, and how you're lost in time. It feels like time has gone too fast for you. And I felt that a lot in my life where I'm like, whoa, that wasn't supposed to happen so quickly. Like, where am I going? Where's life? And I kind of think this is where my friend was today, where they were like, I've kind of ended one chapter, now I need to start another one, and I don't really know the direction to go in. I feel a bit lost. Then there's also, of course, Bianca, there's a moral side of it where you feel morally lost in a situation where you're like, I actually don't know what the right thing to do is right now. I feel like lost. And then there's moments where I think this is, I don't know if ChatGPT even came up with this one, but for me, it's like I'm lost for words as to how beautiful this is or how ridiculous this situation is. Like, I don't have anything. And then I think that's kind of like this cognitive loss where you loss, where you kind of like, I actually don't know how to respond or react to this situation. I'm a bit lost. And then I think the one that's kind of also where my friend is this like notion of existential lostness. I don't know if that's a word, but it's more like, yeah, I've done all the things that I'm supposed to do in life. Why can't I get a job in X? Like, I'm so lost. Like, what do I do here? And that's different from like, oh, I'm being so lost, I don't know where to go. So he was facing two types of being lost, I guess. And something like a PhD here in Europe is a 4-year contract. So you got 4 years to do it. If you don't do it in 4 years, they don't pay you. Obviously, you can continue doing it for however long you want, but like, they wouldn't recommend it. And I feel like I wouldn't want to do that. But I have this little bit of a sense of calm where you feel like, Bianca, you got 4 years of your life to figure this out, this chapter. And it's something that we lose when you move from these institutionalized places. So like school, you had like 18 years and you knew what you were doing. And then if you followed the path of university, then you would do like your bachelor's degree and then honors, masters, and clearly PhD now. But they were all like time segmented and you knew what you had to do. You had to do this, and then you move on. Then you get into the working world and then you have to make the active choice to make a change. And that's where it becomes difficult, because do I stay at this company for 2 years? Do I hate it? Do I like it? Am I just staying here because it's easy and I know the routine? And with that, I think in that like confused state of like, I'm just staying here because I don't know what else, you're lost again. And I think we don't give being lost enough like talking points. I don't know. Again, this is just raw Bianca vlog, and I think because you can see how I get the ideas for these scripts that I write during the week in the evenings for the next day. I have these random thoughts throughout the day, and I thought on the weekends I would just share the raw thoughts of it. And like, I really wanted to talk about lost because it's been on my mind for the rest of the day. And if I had to classify my life right now, I don't think I'm lost. I think I've got quite a good direction. But in 3 years, when I have to make, let's say, bigger decisions, I probably will be a little bit lost. But I think to be lost can be a positive thing and a negative thing. Like, you can lose yourself in the music. Play the song here. But lose and lost, are they the same thing? Obviously they're not grammatically, but do they have the same weight? I guess they do. It's just an action word of it, right? Or am I thinking too deeply on this? This is what happens. I'll get stuck on these things because like you lose yourself in the interaction. You lose yourself in watching a great video, in the music, or even in a shower. Like, oh, it feels so great to have a shower. Like you're lost in your thoughts. I think maybe that's what I get lost in, my thoughts so much. But I think that's like it can be a positive thing. You lose yourself in what you're doing. But then there's obviously the very pragmatic, is that the right word? Pragmatic lost, like I lost my keys. I lost a loved one, like they died. I guess that is the more negative connotations of this word, lost. And then you've got the more positive ones. It's actually a very interesting word because it's so indicative of your experience of it that gives it meaning. It's not like, I'm trying to find another, like if you look at the word care, if you say that his care of me was terrible, that obviously has a negative connotation, but care always has this like positive connotation. It doesn't really, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I can't right now off the top of my head, can't think of another word that's like lost in terms of how many different facets they are, different, obviously there's definitely another word, I just can't think of one right now. So maybe love. But love doesn't have a, I was going to say love doesn't have like a pragmatic sense to it, but I guess you can have acts of love that show your love, but that's showing love. It's not this like love. I'm going to stop here because I've been rambling for 10 minutes, but I think I need to think deeper about this like notion of being lost. And there was definitely times in my life where I could have spoken for a good long period of time about how I feel lost, but I'm struggling to like go to that file in my brain, take it out and relive that experience because I can't really remember them. I just remember them being very difficult and living this like uncertainty of like, what do? I have to make a decision and I don't know what all of my options or what are the outcomes of any of the options. So it had this like overwhelming sense of being lost, but it felt like it was all on me because it was my feeling of being lost. It's not like I can pawn off decisions to someone else. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I need to think about this a little bit deeper. But I also need to go have a shower because I am exhausted. So thanks for, I don't know, no one is gonna watch even to this point, but shout out to my 33 subscribers. I will check you tomorrow.